Welcome back to part 2 of the city planning project. To first start this section of the project, where we'll be putting building and locations to our map, we'll need to reopen the GeoGebra file. First, you'll have to make sure that you're signed into your GeoGebra account. And once you're signed in, going to the home page, you can start GeoGebra, open the blank template, and by selecting the file tools, you should be able to find the materials saved into your GeoGebra account, where we'll start working from our project from yesterday. You double click, GeoGebra should load your city plan from yesterday or from the previous day. Now that we have reopened our city plan, we're going to continue to the part 2 by placing buildings and locations into our city map using the polygon tool. To use the polygon tool, you'll find it on the toolbar, located here, where we will select polygon. Now the first one we're going to place is a triangle. Keeping in mind that you're going to have to make sure that these triangles that you place inside your city are of certain classifications and certain types. For now, we're just going to simply put in a triangle to show you the basic idea. To use the polygon tool, you'll select the points of your triangle, and making sure to close the polygon by clicking on the first point you selected. What you will find is that first, it'll be very hard to see it, but if you select this polygon and use its formatting tools, you can select different colors such as green, blue, purple, red, or others. For now, we'll select green, and you can also change the transparency of it by increasing this. So we want to make sure that we can see this, so I'm going to increase the green. And the green kind of clashes the background of the layout, so I'm going to change it to blue to make sure we can see. Now that we have placed the first triangle, you'll have to make sure that you give it a name so that we can reference it in our algebra. So for this one, let's just call this the post office in our city plan. And it might be easy to see this, but you can also, similar to how we adjusted things yesterday, you can adjust the background of it and also the size of the lettering so that we can see. And you want to make sure it's somewhere that we can definitely see that this is the post office, and I see I misspelled it. That we can see the label of this being the post office. Now I don't quite like the gray background, so I'm going to change that. I'll just leave it for now. Now that we have the post office, we have to make sure that we justify what kind of triangle this is according to the criteria of the project. So what you'll need to make sure that you go to your paper and make sure that you're recording the post office, where you will show the supporting algebra in the space below, supporting that this is a certain type of triangle for your project. Now you also can design other buildings. For instance, you will be putting different types of quadrilaterals into your project. So perhaps you want to put a building somewhere in this location. You can also use the polygon tool to create quadrilaterals. So maybe we want to start our quadrilateral here, and we can use some of the criteria to plot different points to create a polygon. And using this polygon, again, you can use, if it's a quadrilateral, different colors. And also by selecting it, changing the color of the project, and also giving this a name. For instance, maybe we'll call this the school. And you can adjust the size of the lettering to make it very obvious what the name of this building is. And again, making sure that we go to our paper and that we're recording information about the school, and supply the supporting algebra to ensure that this is a certain type of quadrilateral. As you complete placing the different building locations as defined by the criteria of the project, you also want to make sure that you're saving your work again. So what we want to do is make sure that we save. And I'm noticing that it will save different copies. But we can name this, for instance, with our first name, last name, and maybe we'll say this is copy number 2 as the most recent draft of this. What you can do is hit save to make sure that this work is saved for the next part of the project.